explain how it wasn't valid because I'm pretty sure it was. I mean, these are arguments that are
Oh,
used
Quasar.
by some of the
It's not
smartest.
valid
Bill.
because you said the world is created, and you have to prove that
I
the
didn't
world
say
is
I
created.
didn't say that the world was created. I said that the world was actualized as in being sustained by a necessary being. And being doesn't necessarily mean conscious.
Presupposition.
Yeah, can you
existence.
prove that shit?
So
So hold on.
Can I-
here's
Can you prove
wait.
the word sustain? What is sustaining? Sustaining physically, sustaining the fucking mind, using the Jedi Force, sustaining what? Don't say fucking magic word sustaining. Don't do a Darth Dawkins bullshit.
Well, no, you're.
Yeah,
Oh
well,
my gosh. Do you not understand?
I understand that you're playing with words. I understand. That's why I said to you about fucking science. So
when you say sustained, what do you mean?
exactly,
You mean that
that's what I said.
God is God bound by logical laws then?
Well, I believe that God is bound by some logical laws, but I'll get to that later. But for example, your
Okay.
heart being in you. Without your heart, you would be gone, and if that makes sense, or you'd be dead. But
No.
so to sustain something basically means to keep it around. Do you understand?
So you're saying that God didn't create this universe, but he sustains it. He controls it.
Well, no,
That's
I'm saying that it could be either. I don't know because whether the universe is eternal or whether it's finite would kind of determine whether he sustained it or created it. But
So you don't know. You just saying it. You don't know, right?
no, I don't know what.
I don't know. Seriously, I don't know. You're talking sustainability, sustaining God, sustain this, God, sustain that. I say, okay, how the fuck how? Yeah, how?
I've
You just say,
never heard
I
this
don't know.
argument before.
So why the
Okay.
fuck you say sustain?
I explained because he's keeping it around. Without God, the universe wouldn't exist because there'd be no reason for it to exist because the
You
universe
haven't
itself.
explained. You explained
Which
why, but not how.
implies he created it in the first place, but you're
No,
saying he
in the first
didn't.
place. Look, I gave the argument, all right, and I explained that for this universe to exist, since it's contingent, either things can come into existence on their own, which would require, for you to give up a lot of beliefs that you already have, then it'd create a lot more.
No.
No, it would because, for example,
No. We don't say things come into existence from nothing.
say that again.
We don't believe things come into existence by nothing.
I never said you did. I was trying to explain whether if you believe that something can come from nothing, possibly my argument would be invalid in a way, but that's what I was trying to explain. But no, what I was saying is that since contingent things can only exist because of something necessary, which means they have to exist, right? Then that means that whatever is necessary wasn't caused by anything else, and it's also would be most likely out of time, and it would have to be powerful, and a whole lot of other traits that are typically considered divine to be able to create, the universe or
Divine.
Not convincing
that
at
makes
all.
sense.
That makes no sense.
That makes sense. Yeah. Oh, I'm a believer now. Fucking hell.
All you're doing is just saying words. That's all
Yeah,
you're doing.
exactly.
It's just a lot of nonsense. Drivel.
Okay.
No, a lot of fucking bullshit. That's what it is.
Later, I explained it all. Look,
No, you're not
you guys-
explaining, my man. With all due respect, you're not fucking saying. No, you're not explaining shit. You are saying things. You're not explaining it because when I ask for an explanation of how something has happened, you just say, "Oh, I already said it." Saying it is not explaining. You just reciting like a script.
prophecies, okay, and you're not giving any objections other than saying, "Oh, how's that sound?" How does
I
it do
don't
this?"
prove. If you say bullshit, I don't want to prove your bullshit. Do you understand?
But that's
Yeah.
that's you assuming that's BS because I don't think it is. Prove to me that's BS. I mean, now the burden's on you because you made that thing.
Otangelo and Daft Talkie proving the proving negative. How fucking cheap.
Come
How
on,
fucking
guys.
low. I got you, bitch.
Did you prove me wrong that all gods are imaginary? No.
Look. I think a lot
Did
of
you?
you
No,
guys
I'm asking you a question. Did you prove
don't-
me wrong?
I think I gave good evidence, but you guys aren't considering it.
But
No,
when you
presented nothing.
so you
Said
think,
words but presented nothing.
hold on a second. You think your evidence, right? You
No,
didn't
it-
bring
it-
evidence. Your thoughts are your evidence, and that's not
No.
gonna. That's not gonna. I don't think any one of us, as at least I don't think us as a group, are going to accept thoughts as evidence. Any
Okay,
Bill? Do you accept thoughts as evidence?
it's not thought.
No.
Part of the
It's
process. Evidence is a presentation.
Ah,
It's a sentient presentation.
yeah,
It's like reality. Reality is when you knock on it and it's there. It's a presentation to sentient beings.
correct. All right.
Actuality is what's there even if you don't knock on it. And that's what we seek to understand. There's the objective actuality of the universe, that which occurs. Then there is the sentient beings who model a reality because we have emerged in this actual universe as subjective. Sentient subjectively models it and navigates it, and we do what we do because that's how we're wired. No God necessary, but
well,
even God must be actual.
okay, but
Thank you.
look, all I want is for you guys to give me objections because you haven't proven
No,
me
no, no,
wrong.
no, 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 no. It's what
No,
we want. It's what we want. We want you to
Yeah.
prove us wrong.
over the premises. I explained how
Uh-uh.
it's correct.
I would have to understand your definition of a God and then show you whether it's consistent, right?
Well, for me, God just means a necessary being that has some form of consciousness and is powerful.
What about the
That's
other
all.
gods? What about all the other gods?
I don't really think it matters because I'm just going off of what
Okay, so in other words, you think God is not imaginary. I say God is imaginary if we're only using one God. Prove
I
me
think,
wrong. That's all I ask. Honestly, I'm not asking you to do anything that's difficult. Because
Well,
you obviously have solved the issue, the problem, you know. So prove me wrong. Your God is imaginary. Cool theist, your God is imaginary. Prove me wrong.
okay, well, I'll go over the argument again, or I could just
No,
switch
I
to
don't
different.
want an argument because this is not a courthouse. And like it was brought to your attention before, if you want this to be treated like a courthouse, then please bring your evidence up before the defense and the judge.
You.
Yeah. I want somebody to summon God into my living room.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but I don't. Why would God
But
have?
again, this is not the first time you've mentioned like a court of law and a courthouse. So let's go with that. I like it.
Okay, so what are you asking me to do? I'm a little bit confused.
All right. We are waiting for you in this courthouse to present your evidence so we can deduce and discuss and maybe come to a conclusion that your evidence is evidence or it isn't evidence.
All right, so I'll just present, what I know. So, for example,
No.
moral.
What you know is philosophy. Evidence is not philosophy.
Well,
Evidence
then what?
evidence is something that we can grasp onto either intellectually or tangibly.
Can you grasp on Julius Caesar being a real person? I know that sounds
No,
weird, but
I'm asking you about your God, though. Let's stick to
yeah,
your God, not my God.
I know, but I was trying to draw, a parallel because, like, not everything is
I
gonna be
don't want a
presented.
parallel. You can't parallel an all-knowing fucking God to anything
Yeah, but
else.
you see now I'm the fucking judge. Listen, what you're doing now is accusing the other person to bring evidence because you don't understand your side of it. Right? In this
No,
court, you have to bring evidence to prove the other party that your information is correct, valid, or sound, or whatever. Right? That you got meat under the bone, or on the bone. Right?
and
Not
that's
under
what
the
I
bone.
to show. Why I brought up Julius Caesar in the first place is to show that not all evidence deals with
We don't need
um.
all evidence, sir. We need your evidence.
I
Right? You're
gave my
beating around the bush.
no. I'm not being
Talking
around the
about
bush.
your God.
Let him
Your
finish his
God.
statement.
Why'd you talk to Julius Caesar? Are you saying? Are you
Let him finish. You'll
saying
find
to
out.
me?
Let him finish.
You know what he's
Let
saying
him
to
finish
me?
what he's saying.
his God was invented by Julius Caesar.
Oh, no, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm trying to say that there's ways you can prove that Julius Caesar was a real person through physical, objects like coins and
Right.
whatnot. And then let's say, for example,
Where?
there's the Smithicists, right? And let's say somebody came around and was claiming the same thing that they do, but it was about Julius Caesar. Then you would have to explain how this is evidence in a way
No,
that what
you're shifting the burden. You're shifting the burden again. You have to prove. We don't have to prove shit. Don't ask the judge to prove something.
I
Really?
ask prove anything, dude. I'm trying to explain how not all evidence is going to deal with, physical objects or like physical, tangible proof, whatever you want to call it, dude.
So okay, so in another words, just if I can be honest to the court, just say you don't have shit. You haven't got any empirical evidence to present to the court. You're just saying, let me use philosophy to try convince the court that without evidence, I can prove that my imaginary friend exists. That's basically what you're saying. You're
Is
coming empty-handed to the court.
God is a concept in philosophy. What else would you expect to prove
Oh,
God?
fine. A concept.
A concept in
concept,
philosophy.
yes.
You said it.
No, hold on, Sidney. A concept, yes. A concept,
I mean,
right?
I deny that God is a concept, just like,
You just said it was a concept.
yeah, I don't deny that. God is a
Fine.
concept in philosophy.
That's it.
But
It's a concept.
that doesn't
Yeah,
mean it's
it's
a-
an invention.
It's
It's
imaginary.
something in your mind.
It's a concept. It's
A
imaginary.
concept
yeah.
is a human thing that you're trying to represent of a possibility of something, right?
No.
Fucking hell. This can, right? I can make a concept in my mind that is going to be taller. Yeah. So I'm in my imaginary concept. I'm going to inform the court, the panel here. They say, okay, listen, gentlemen, ladies. Sorry, my apology, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'm going to imagine. I'm going to express my concept and see if we can validate this concept and then prototype it. I make it, bring it into fruition, bring it into existence, right? Your concept is still on the drawing board.
No, my concept is not on the drawing board. My concept
So it's not
is
concept. So it's not concept then. It's real.
a concept. A concept can be something that's only in the mind, but once it's proven, it would still be a concept. Like,
No,
for
because
example,
it's real.
oh no,
How the fuck a
no.
concept can be real? How can a real thing be already a concept?
Are you gonna let me
Proof
talk?
of concept is a method that we use.
Yeah,
Look, I'm trying to show you something. All right,
go
listen.
on.
God is a concept in philosophy because it's an idea of something that could be true, might not be true, and if it was true, it would still be a concept because it is something that is part of it is of understanding God would be up to us to understand His will, to understand His powers, His energies,
No,
and that
that's an attribute. No. That's attributes of a concept. Do you
yes,
understand? That's like thinking of a brand new car with fucking wings, right? The wings is the attributes of the thing. It's got turbine engine, right? It's got fucking it levitates. Those are attributes of the concept. Okay, so any attributes is fucking irrelevant.
no, that
What we're dealing is with the concept itself. Okay, you got your concept is on the drawing board. Once you actualize the concept, i.e., make it into the real world, it is no longer a concept. It was a concept. You can have the blueprint of what it was once a concept. But once you actualize it, make it happen or prove existing, right? We can make concept of UFOs, right? We can make a concept of the Force. We can make concept of anything. But once a Jedi comes here and he does his mind trick Jedi shit, and it's actualized, i.e., it happens, it's not a concept anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying? You fucked up in two major ways, which in already I don't fucking believe that you're a fucking real Christian. One is the concept of an old age creation that you haven't got a fucking clue of where your stand is. Yeah, and second, that your God is a concept. For me, in my honest opinion, without being rude to you or anything like that, you haven't got meat. Right? You presented you presented a chicken bone with no fucking meat.
no, I gave the evidence. Okay, listen, I'll go over it again, and because somehow
Don't give me a daft talking and go over again. You just fucking insulted my intelligence. Remember, yeah, I'm being polite. Yeah,
this is
go
what
over again. Who the fuck you are to say go over again? You think I did
no,
not get what you said at the beginning?
yeah, no, because you're not understanding. I already explained how according to the argument, that would be like the most probable theory would be theism. I explained that already, didn't I? And then
You said something, right? You haven't proven shit. You
I did.
said. You just said, "Oh, it is most probable." How the fuck you can start with saying it's most probable of something that is in your mind? No, hold on. That is a concept. How can you make it? It is probable that a concept is a real thing. How do you work that one out?
Are you gonna let me talk now?
Oh, bro, I mean, look, I'm gonna mute myself. Go on.
Okay, so like I said, the argument says that the world is contingent and contingent things can only exist because of necessary objects. And right, so we were created because of a necessary being or object, whatever you want to call it, right? And then that necessary being will only have what's it called? Will only have divine attributes because that best explains how we can exist because any naturalistic explanation you give for the creation of this world through a necessary being is going to lack explanatory power.
Right, you said
How do
we
how
were
do we know we're created?
right,
Well,
go on, exactly, precisely.
Whatever, same. It really doesn't matter. It's just terminology that means pretty much the same thing. Okay, so now, do you have any objections to my argument or not?
Objection. What part was real?
What? I don't know.
You were the equivalent of reciting the laws of the ring, and
No,
then you said, "Have you got a challenge against it?" I go, "No, fuck you." You know what I mean?
That's not how that works. I'm citing well understood and well established what's it called ideas in philosophy that are supported by probably some of the world's like the experts on this stuff, right? But you're just saying it's BS without giving any objections, and it's making it impossible to have a fair and rational conversation because you're not giving me any objections, right?
What?
So yeah, I
Listen.
gave my
What? You gave no evidence. You said words
Exactly.
and no evidence.
Exactly.
Gosh, look, it's arguments are evidence.
No, hang on a second, right? You gave no evidence, right? Provided a whole lot of words, right? And then say to us, now provide the evidence of your side. But
Right.
that's not what we're here for. You're here to provide the evidence for God. Go ahead.
Evidence for God. And look, like I already said, if an argument is a good argument and all the premises are correct, then so is the conclusion, right? So until you show me how, then I can just assume that my position is correct.
Right. Give me
You
premise
just
one.
declared that your position was correct.
Yeah. Give me your
You
premise
voted
one,
into the
Sunshine.
premises.
Give me your P1. Give me your
We
P1.
are here
Universe is
because it's
contingent.
necessary. Make him show it's necessary that we're here, please.
Yeah. Okay. So premise one, the universe is contingent. All right. So any objections yet?
Yeah, the universe. They're parts of the universe, not universe as a whole.
What do you mean the universe is contingent? Because we don't
Exactly.
even know if the Big Bang is still going on somewhere in the cosmos.
Well, actually, it's
Exactly.
expanding. It is expanding. No, hold on. We know it is expanding. It's still fucking expanding. It's still exploding.
Yeah,
Okay,
explain to God how this expansion of space happens. Please explain.
Explain what?
What?
Please
Say that.
explain the expansion of space. Go ahead.
Well, if you want me to explain the Big Bang, then I'll just say it simply.
Hold on. He said, please explain the expansion of space. And it was quite clear. Please explain the expansion of space.
Yeah. There was a singularity about 14 billion years ago, and then it started to rapidly expand. I mean, what's
a singularity? What's a
No,
singularity?
no.
It's where every, I believe it's every tiny atom and piece of energy, not piece of energy, like literally all the energy in the universe was compacted into one tiny, ball, whatever.
Okay, so hold on a second. So before it was compacted into a ball, where was it?
I don't know. That's not
Well,
really
this is the question. Where was it? But we don't know. But we know that it was there to be compacted into a little ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was something. There was not nothing. So the singularity, the Big Bang, didn't come from nothing. It came from all the stuff that was compacted into this little ball.
Well,
really,
the Big Bang had to happen in a medium of some sort,
Yeah.
and that
Right.
some sort had to, it's you have the infinite regress and see we're both at the same spot, but you provide no evidence, and we're still getting down to the Big Bang, which is probably around about 10 to the
no,
-35.
my argument works even if the universe is eternal anyways. That's not really
Exactly, it works on eternal
It proves the
regression.
universal is eternal, actually, your argument.
It doesn't prove the universe is eternal, but it's compatible with a
It
universe.
proves it 100%. If
What?
you say to
wait,
me,
wait.
Proves
if you agree
You said,
with
you said,
me,
you said you said it was contingent, right?
no, he
What's
said
making it what is making it contingent? to?
exactly. It's contingent on the fact that there was material available
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
be
yeah, yeah, yeah.
condensed into this
Well,
subatomic size.
not what contingent means in this context. Contingent just means that it doesn't have to exist. There's no law that's forcing it to exist.
It just does, right?
Yeah, and the
Exactly.
argument tries
Just
to figure out.
just like the existence itself, it has to be. There is nothing before that. It's nothing. It's an axiom. Existence exists eternally, because there's no other way to. There
Existence
is no
occurs.
existence didn't occur. Existence exists eternally.
Yeah, obviously it
It's
exists.
persistent occurrence.
Doesn't mean that something has to exist though.
That
But I'm
that
saying
what?
that something have to exist if we exist because we're constitutional. We don't have to.
Well, energy has to exist eternally. It's not a matter of we.
According to the laws of
No, the laws of reality is that energy has to exist, and
choice, right?
energy cannot not exist.
All right. Well, that doesn't really affect the argument though, because that doesn't explain whether it's contingent or not. Because
It's axiomatic. It's axiomatic.
no,
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
don't.
but he's deviating the concept of a contingency.
I'm trying
right?
to
So,
keep. I'm trying to keep him. I'm trying to keep my thinking on track here. So if I'm going wrong, let me know. But I'm trying to
Yeah,
keep it
no,
on track.
I don't think that energy necessarily has to exist. I think that's just a physical law that's only relevant to this universe, which doesn't have to exist in the first.
Yeah, but you admitted that energy existed before the Big Bang, because the matter or the energy that formed into this little dense ball, which exploded into the Big Bang and became the Big Bang, was energy, and energy existed before then in order to become the Big Bang. So that explains the origin of the Big Bang. It's a matter of a lot of energy getting together and reaching some kind of a breaking point, and then bang, exploding. So you have not shown me where there's a God involved in all of this at all.
No, as I already explained, the universe is contingent, right? And it needs something necessary to either cause it, actualize it, or keep it in existence. And energy isn't a good solution to that problem.
hey, what is the contingent? Yeah, but so the contingent, something contingent is real. What is that?
Well, I mean, we're contingent. We don't need to exist.
No, 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 no. We're talking about the universe is contingent to what?
Now you're getting into
I know,
Yes.
I know, I know, I know. But I'm
you're getting
entertaining
into
it.
intention. You have to provide some sort of evidence of intention,
Right,
other
right,
than just
exactly.
some force just doing things.
Exactly, exactly. I was getting there. Exactly.
Well, I don't see why I would have to understand the intention to see that the universe could only be created by something necessary with divine properties. Because, for example,
The
whatever.
universe is divine.
No, I said the universe has to be created by a necessary being.
No,
With
that's no. That's argument from ignorance. You're actually making the God look at the gaps here. Okay,
Argument-
you actually smuggling God because you don't know
Wait.
anything about what happened.
Wait.
Probably nor do I. But I haven't got the fucking audacity to say, "Oh, I don't know. It must be God."
That's not
Wait
what
a
I'm.
minute.
Oh, you're.
But what
No,
are
no,
you
no,
saying then?
No,
Fine.
now you're being dishonest. Okay,
Right.
because before you
Right.
said that you did not think that God necessarily created the universe. My next question, which I never got out, was okay, if the universe necessarily created itself, is God a byproduct of this creation? Or did he exist before creation?
God existed before creation. Like I already explained, the universe is contingent, right?
Definitionally impossible.
How? How is that impossible?
Lord.
Hello?
It's definitionally impossible because you're talking about an entity, an all-powerful entity that existed before there was energy, before there was space, before there was time, and somehow arranged everything so it would happen. But before, you literally said that you didn't think that the universe was necessarily created by God, that
No, not what I
God
said.
only had purview over the universe. This
No, that's
doesn't make any sense either, because now you're turning around and telling me God existed before the universe.
no. I
So
never.
this is it's like trying to pick up a hagfish. You know, you just keep
I don't
exuding all of this
understand what I'm saying.
dishonest slime, and there's no way to grasp what you're
Well,
saying
no,
because it's
I
just all over the place.
you're failing to understand it because everybody keeps on
I'm
giving. Listen, please. All right. As I have already explained, um, well, and I'm pretty sure you even agree with what I said, that contingency can only be caused by something that's necessary, right? And I'm sure you agree that,
I
don't you?
never agreed to that. Do not
Why?
put words in my mouth.
All right. Now that we see you don't agree to that, explain how something contingent could exist without
That
a
is not my job.
Okay, but then, well, I mean, it's kind of up to you because you're an atheist, right? Or what are you, an
No, it's
agnostic?
not up to me.
No, no, you're
I
presenting the
just
positive claim.
went
So
through
Okay, yeah,
how your
I'm,
entire concept, and I listened to you very carefully, sir, and I
look,
asked clarifying questions. And I'm sorry, but you are all over the place with this, because you literally claimed one thing and are now rolling completely back on that
do
and
the same to
claiming
me
something
all the
else.
time.
I
Listen,
gave you a definitional impossibility,
but
and
that's
all
not,
you're doing is saying, well, justify it, justify it. We want you to justify what you're saying, but again, I'm not
I think,
seeing any
yeah,
consistency here in your argument. And your descriptions.
oh,
It's just really
no, it's
all
because
over the place.
I don't think you understand. I don't think you've looked into this at all. All right, because, like I said, contingent things can only exist because of something necessary, and whatever is necessary is uncaused, is right, and that's all we need for something to be necessary. How would something uncaused outside of time, uh, create something else, right? That's why we say it would have to have a will and it would have to be powerful. And that um, that definition mostly fits with theism than any other
So
explanation.
so basically you're saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're saying that the first cause was caused by an uncaused thing. Yeah?
Yeah, yeah,
Prove
technically, yeah.
that. Prove that. Don't say
Well,
it. Prove it.
okay, so
You just go there. "Blah."
uh, listen. So
I'm listening.
would you say that something like, I don't know, let's say logic, right? Where
No, fuck logic. No. Don't fucking beat around the bushes. Yeah?
I'm not beating around the bush. I'm
Yes,
bringing
you
up
are. You say
what
the first cause, some asshole that is uncaused caused it. Prove it.
we call
listen.
this going around the mulberry bush.
I know.
One step, two step.
Weasel worship.
Conversation is pointless. All right. So
Of
listen.
course it's fucking pointless.
No. Listen. Are you gonna be respectful or not? Because I'm just gonna do this if you're just gonna be angry.
I hope we're just respectful enough that you will continue. So
I think you're
Well,
being
I'm
disrespectful, cool theism. We're
you've
asking
been
you
going
to
into
we're
some
asking you to in good faith to provide
yeah,
us with some evidence, and you're
any
coming up with philosophy. That is
yeah,
not evidence, and you know it.
no. Listen. This is a subject that has to do with philosophy, just like free will has to do with philosophy, right?
God
I,
is
There's
not, you
also
can't analogize God to anything else that we have. It's a concept in your head that has been passed on to you by somebody else who has the concept in his head.
you
Look.
also have this bit of you have this problem of logic with between omniscient and free will. Something that knows something about everything, right? And then for it to hand out free will, it's a contradiction.
Okay, could you?
Free will. Please, no.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Well, I mean,
I didn't mean to go there.
free will, but I don't see how that's a contradiction because God would be all-knowing, but he would still be able to choose whatever he would want to do.
Well, God can do whatever he wants. It's
Choose.
God. You know,
You mean
So
no?
now you've
Hold on.
broken logical
You
laws.
mean no? Hold on. You mean your concept of God, the attribute of being intelligent, right? Your concept. You're every time you spew out a descriptor of God is irrelevant. You have to prove that bitch exists first.
I.
Yeah, well, like I
Period.
said, the argument I gave would show that the only, or no, not that the only, but the most probable cause or explanation for our existence is God, right? And now I want you to challenge me on these premises because I've given them to you already, but you're not really, you're just saying the same thing over and over again. And I, like,
So you son, so you.
no, yeah, because you keep on pressing me on the same thing, and I've explained it. I don't know, probably like 10 times already.
Because
Yeah,
you're
but
not giving
you're going
us.
by the God of the gaps.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
giving
you're saying
us.
that the first thing that was created by something that it was never created.
Right. Yeah, that's true, but that's not God of the gaps. That's just simple.
That's ignorance. That's God of the gap. That's ignorance, right?
It's just
We don't know, and you know it. You know it because you are saying it, right?
simple logic according to.
What do
I
you mean
mean, that
simple logic?
necessity. No, because listen, if there wasn't an uncaused thing that caused us, it would just be an infinite amount of uncaused. I mean, of caused things, and that's kind of I don't know, illogical if you ask me. An
No,
infinite
it's
amount.
just scary to you. It's not illogical. Just scary.
No, it is. It's not scary because I'm not talking about.
Oh, yeah, it's scary. I think so.
I'm not talking about a temporal infinite regress. I'm not talking about anything causal related. I'm talking to something of an infinite amount of explanations that would explain us, and that leaves so many other possibilities. Because let's say God is, I don't know, something that can exist, then wouldn't God be included in one of those categories? Because anything, if something's going to go on for an infinite amount of time or an infinite amount of objects, right? Anything that is possible. Well,
Anything? Coffeeism. Right. Do something for me, right? I'm gonna give you some homework. It's very fucking simple. Yeah. Knock on the door of Daft Talking and saying that the universe was 14 point X amount of fucking millions, and then come back to us. When he gives you a fucking bullshit, an insult, saying no, you motherfucker, it was 6 days, right? Do you understand? It's two different contradictions here. If there is a contradiction, two of them cannot be right. One could be wrong, or both of them could be wrong, right?
okay,
So go to Mr. Duff Dawkins and say, listen, I know that it's 14 point X amount of billions of years, and you, Duff Dawkins, you are a young Earth creationist, you're full of shit. Tell him that.
okay, but I don't know how old the universe is, but I believe that it's 14 million years old because I just think the science is
Yeah. Fine. I respect that you believe, but believe is not a positive claim.
Okay,
Okay.
you're right. Not really,
I could believe that you're full of shit. I don't know it. Do you understand? I'm being sarcastic a little bit here, yeah, but entertain my thought, right? What I believe, I might be wrong, yeah,
oh,
and I'm
yeah.
openly accepting that I could be wrong about any bullshit thing that I believe, until I have got knowledge, I've got acquisition information sufficiently to say yes, I've got 5 fingers here, right? I know for a fact. I don't believe it now. I know it. Right? So belief goes out of the window. We want facts. We want knowledge, not belief systems. That's what we asking for you to put onto the court, onto the table, yeah. But not concept, my man. Not concept. Concept is a silly way of arguing, of
Why?
weaponizing philosophy and trying to convince the gullible.
Why?
And we're not
No,
gullible.
why can't? Well, okay, but these are the same arguments that were used by people like Aristotle.
I don't give a shit what other people believe. It's
But
you sir are bringing a claim. I
I'm
think you're
bringing,
bringing a claim or just bringing a conversation.
well, it's an argument, all right, and
Yeah,
the thing
argument. But is the argument sound? Is it valid?
is,
Is it real?
yes, it's been used by multiple, uh, by some of the greatest philosophers that have ever existed.
Yeah, William Lane Craig is being debunked on that subject anyway. That's why he
Right.
doesn't fucking talk about it anymore.
No, it's not William Lane Craig, dude.
He came for with a cosmological argument. That's what you're saying. A contingent argument.
Think, right? I don't care
William
about the
Lane Craig. Yes, he's the
To
second
be
daddy
fair,
of
he
the.
popularized it, is what he did. I
Indeed,
don't
sorry,
think he
my
necessarily
apologies.
came
Yeah,
up
I
with
stand
it, but
corrected. Correct.
he definitely popularized it. He is
Yes,
responsible
yes.
for spreading that crap everywhere.
You see, you
okay,
see,
well,
listen. I've been corrected. I've been corrected by Alpha. I can say I can man it up. I say, yeah, you know what? I just fucked it up.
right, okay, but I'm pretty sure Aristotle was the one who came up with the argument in the first place, and then
Yeah, but what part of popularize it, Alpha, you did not get?
he didn't popularize whatever. I can't say that word. He, I don't think he did. I think he just kind of introduced it to a lay audience, but it's been known by philosophers for, a very long time, and whether it's popular, whatever, by him or not, doesn't.
Oh my God, I cannot believe it. William
Yeah, but
Lane
you're
Craig
bringing it to the table. You're doing exactly the same shit.
has made millions of dollars publishing books.
Right.
By definition, that is popularizing an idea or a concept. Could be old and dusty and left over from the turn of the millennia. It really doesn't matter, sir. He brought it to the modern world and spread it to Christians everywhere.
We've known Christians have been using this argument for a very long time.
God. Here we
Much
go.
Craig. And I'm just letting you know that because, the contingency argument has been used academically. Even before he was born, like, it's probably like, it's not a new thing, and it hasn't just been recently introduced again. It's always been relevant.
It's only been used academically because we have Christian colleges in this country.
No, it was used academically because we have philosophers of religion who study this, and they're some of the greatest experts, and even atheist philosophers would agree with me that this argument is sound. They would just deny the divine properties of the necessary being.
What makes it what makes a syllogism sound? What is the soundness of it?
What is the soundness of what?
The Quran.
Of the propositions and then the conclusion. What makes it sound? Because you got validity and soundness.
Well, the fact that everything works together, right, and it works with. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that.
Right. No. Right. Hold on. Right. I understand and I respect that. That means you haven't got fucking shit what you're talking about when you make a proposition, right? The proposition, whatever you utter as a syllogism, you go P1, P2. Yeah, those two motherfuckers have to be correct, i.e. valid, right?
Okay.
Valid. And then sound means that that is actual.
No,
right?
that's not what. An argument can be sound, but it can be a bad argument because an argument can be a sound
Impossible. The soundness makes the two proposition and the conclusion valid.
No, that's not what a sound argument is. A sound argument can be based off of.
You just said that you don't know.
No, I know what it means to have a sound argument, and I know the definition. It means that something.
Well, you're looking at it right now.
Oh, I'm not.
And you're changing your mind now. You're saying that is not soundness. Well, what is sound?
To be sound just means that they premises work with each other and they don't contradict each other. Pretty much. Yes.
It has to be real. It has to be real.
That means you can have a sound argument, but it can be wrong at the same time. Right? No, it would just valid when you're talking about validity. That's what you're referring to, not.
No. Soundness is the ultimate. Yeah, you have to make the validity means that P1 and P2 cannot contradict. Cannot be. You cannot talk about fucking weather and then talking about fucking hell, seismology, right? And then the conclusion is God exists. Those two premises, P1 and P2, are not valid. Okay, it doesn't follow. Valid argument. We're talking about the same thing.
No.
Right, and then soundness means that everything is correct, is positive, is real.
No.
Okay, educate me then.
like I already said, sound just means that the premises of the argument work together and they don't contradict each other. But
Work
validity
together.
is based off of reality, right? So I could give you two premises, but I could give you two premises and a conclusion, but they wouldn't work together and they wouldn't make sense, right? So that wouldn't be a sound argument.
I just said that, for fuck's sake. I
No,
just
no,
said that. I just
that's
said that.
oh, dude, that's what you were calling validity, and I was trying to clear that.
No, soundness. Soundness is the total sum. Yeah, the total sum of the two premises or X amount of premises and the conclusion and C.
No, dude, no, that's not what you were
I'm
saying.
looking at the definition. A sound argument is one that is not only valid, but begins with premises that are actually true.
Exactly.
And that's
Yes,
what I
a valid argument may still have a false conclusion. A valid argument may
Right.
still
Exactly. So that means it's not sound.
right.
So it's bullshit. That's what I'm saying.
Right, but when it's valid, and it also has to be true, actually true, actually true.
Right.
when it's valid, right?
But true, my man, true. What part of true you don't
Valid
get?
argument may have a false conclusion. A sound argument is one that is valid and begins with premises that are actually true.
1 second. If I slide up on Discord, will that end the conversation or no? Like if I open up a different tab?
You can
You,
leave
have
the
to
room.
share,
and
you
come
mean
back
sharing
anytime you
sharing
want.
something?
Here, I'm on mobile. I don't want to close it.
Are you on a PC?
No,
No, it's a mobile.
Yeah, mobile.
On a what? On a phone?
Yeah, phone.
No, I don't know.
Okay, then I just won't do that then. But like I said, look, do you disagree that a contingent reality can only exist because of something necessary? Do you disagree? Yes or no?
I don't know. I don't
You
know.
keep using
No,
using necessary, like
Right, I don't know.
So how are we
completely
going
dependent
back to
on.
this?
I don't
Oh,
know.
okay, so you don't know, but that would only if a contingent thing could exist because of something that isn't necessary, then that would only really lead a few other explanations.
Yeah, but no, hold on. No, you're saying it. Do you know it? Have you got the papers to prove it? Or you
No,
just
I got-
fucking blabbering it out? Do you know it? Or you believe it? I
to-
respect your belief, but
No.
is your belief a claim, a positive claim?
No, well, is it?
No, so-
Yeah,
Of course. No, fine. Now that I respect. That was the most respectful thing. No, that was the most honest thing you said.
dude. No, look.
You don't know, which is fine.
No, I never said I didn't know, dude. I gave you one second. Sorry.
Yeah, go. Check your script.
Hey, I'm back. I'm back.
Too much? Nah.
No, I'm on.
Yeah, sometimes your words are a bit muffled too.
Yeah, I have to fix this fucking thing. Yeah, for sure.
I was talking to my
No,
mom. dude.
you're all clear, but cult theism's a bit muffled sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
his, it's his
I
mic on his phone.
pay enough money for this fucking Yeti thing for not to, for
No,
it
your
to be
mic
muffled.
your mic is really cool, Oscar. Very good. I like it.
Yeah. Except for this fucking shitty feed that
So we're
take it
all
off
high
because-
tech here, except we're all high tech here except for Sid.
Oh, you don't know what high tech I'm hiding.
I'm joking.
How come the high
No,
techs
no,
aren't the
you
ones
fucking
that are? How come the high techers aren't the ones that are streaming then?
Sidney, but is that contingent of you or is it contingent of where you are?
You know, either whether I stream or whether I don't stream. Think of it this way: the fact that I stream, the fact that I stream.
That is the question.
Here's the question: the fact that I stream is directly related to the existence of God.
No.
And the fact that when I don't stream is also directly related to the existence of God. So
please prove you exist.
So God exists whether I do something or whether I don't do something, and it doesn't make any difference whether God exists or not. In fact, God, the existing God makes it very, very difficult to discern the difference between God existing or God not existing.
All right.
The
Oh, that's tough for you.
results are the same as God not existing.
That's why they all say.
How do they
God
handle
works
that?
in mysterious ways.
How the
You
theistic?
ever wake
How
up
the theist
screaming?
going to handle that one?
You ever wake up screaming?
No.
Do you ever wake up streaming?
Streaming or screaming?
Well, you tell me.
No.
Yeah, it goes like that with the mouse. Yeah.
I wake up in the dark to the awful sound of the screaming of the lambs.
Ooh.
Screaming of the lamb.
Daddy.
God will save me.
Oh shit.
Daddy.
Listen, we have no lambs that are here to defend themselves. I don't think it's fair of you
Who's that Hydra?
What are you
to
talking about?
behind their backs.
What is Hedron? A potted palm?
What is Hedron? Hedret?
He's a potted palm?
Hold on. The icon, don't confuse the icon with the person. The person is a lady.
Well, hold on a second.
Wait a minute. I thought that she was a transsexual sheep.
What is alpha? What is alpha?
It doesn't matter.
About me?
Woman.
See?
Daddy.
Told you.
Let's all do it together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready either.
1, 2, 3.
Daddy.
Wait, it was a real sheep there.
That's a good one either. This is one last time. You
Yeah,
guys.
who's the
No.
where's the New Zealander?
You two are next. Way dark. Bill
That's
Pat.
bad. That's bad.
The New Zealanders are famous for their sheep.
Oscar.
They go, Daddy, over there.
You let me out.
All sheep are imaginary. Prove me wrong.
It's near you, old goat.
Oh, Tangelo, come home.
Yeah, no, we need to bring in the Otangelo.
I can't believe he came in here and he just started talking. And when I sort of got to hear a couple of words, it was science. He was going to science.
Yes.
To prove me wrong that all gods are
There's
imaginary.
no go-to.
And I tried to make peace, and he split right when I started talking. I'm his big champion and defender. Huh?
Yeah. Well, that's what he does. He
God,
comes in
you
here.
were actually like you were sticking up for him.
He comes
I
in here
couldn't
with
believe
he comes in here with the purpose of trying to make himself look picked on by the atheists.
Yeah, he has this really tiny mouth when he talks. It really bugs me.
Yeah, and how he does it is he filibusters.
He's got this really tiny mouth, and he's.
He's got a face like a cat dog.
Like, I heard you. What you want? No, it's like, yeah, it's pretty funny.
I don't know. Angelo is a funny guy.
We'll
He's
ask him to
welcome
be.
in my stream.
Ask him to be tangible next time.
Oh, tangible.
Oh, flexible maybe.
Quantum entanglement.
Well, I behaved myself because my first primary urge when he walked in the room was go, "Hey, grasshole!"
What does that mean?
Grasshole. GRASSHOLE. It's my pet name for Otangelo. Grasshole.
Oh.
Gracias.
Oh, that's mean.
Yes, his last name is
Grass asshole. Grasshole.
That's mean, man.
You do know your friend left.
Really.
Yes, I just noticed that.
Oh
Your little
yeah.
Christian
our
left.
special buddy.
Oh yeah.
I think
He
was
didn't have the
getting
he didn't have the
sick of being
documentation.
fucking-
Well,
Aye,
he left.
He heard.
I'm sorry, he heard what?
He heard us messing around and making fun, so I think he might have left because of that.
Yeah, well, you know what? We were
Yeah.
having a recess in the courtroom.
Yeah.
But you know what? You know what? I blame all of you fuckers for that. All of you are
Why?
guilty, not me.
Why?
I don't know.
What?
I just felt like
I
it.
was just sitting here enjoying you take this fucker apart with a scalpel. I just wanted to hand you like duller and uglier medical instruments in which to do it. You know. But you were
I
very
can't-
clean and very precise. You just kept you sliced him all the way down to the bone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Listen, let's summarize it very fucking quickly, or let me summarize it. Right?
Oh,
When
No
they-
evidence.
no, no, hold on.
No evidence.
When the guy said to me, it could be a Genesis, a metaphor. I go, okay, I got you fucking by the balls, right? I got you by the balls. Right? You tell a Christian that the whole Genesis is a metaphor, game over for you. Then it came out with the fucking old age creation, which actually is a fucking defeater for Christianity in itself, or for the whole fucking religion, right? 14.7 billion. Can you fathom that? That means God did not make that in 6 days. So that is also a metaphor. Adam and Eve is a metaphor. It's no. It could be more people. Shut the fuck up. You're making shit up as you go. Yeah. So that's why I knew that this geezer was full of shit. And I was restraining myself, really restraining myself. And the guy comes to us, yeah, fucking bulldogs, right? And he's trying to be a fucking sausage dog, trying to say, "You are wrong. You are wrong." I go, "Motherfucker," you know what I mean?
Yeah, but how do they defeat the argument that in order for there to have been a Big Bang at all, there must have been energy coming in to form this, to form the
Well, some of the proposals
this
are-
subatomic, massively dense
I
speck.
looked it up. I googled it, and actually, the singularity is gravitational density, infinite gravitational
Yeah,
density.
yeah.
It's not
That's
referring.
fine. That's fine. But
I know, but it's
the moment they talk,
it had to have been built
about
up.
Big Bang, is game over.
Yeah,
Game over.
Well, yeah. Well, we've got gravity telescopes now, so we're going to peer past the Big Bang.
there you go. Checkmate theists.
Like
It's
there's also the hypotheses of the quantum fluctuation, the foam, and the fuzziness of space.
Fine.
Creates
Fine.
universes out of
We can entertain new technologies or new discoveries. That's why we got
Yeah.
open
Yeah.
mind, right? But don't
Mhm.
say fucking, oh, God did it, or God is doing it, or he did it at that time. Whatever we discover, it's like our fringes of knowledge is God.
He said something very telling, though. He says he can't prove me wrong without using philosophy.
Right.
Yeah.
So
He
in other
also
words, it's weaponizing philosophy.
Exactly.
He also
Right.
contradicted himself because he said
Oh,
we're not
no.
contingent, but then we're not made in God's image, or blah blah blah, all that kind of crap. So if we're not supposed to be here, or we're irrelevant, then what's the point? Like his whole
you
stick
remember-
is
you
we're
remember the video-
created by God.
No,
His whole
but can you
shtick is
imagine
we are
the
created
video?
by
The
God,
video.
and he just
Can you
said we're
imagine the
not
video that I
contingent, so-
broadcast a few days back? Yeah, about the size of the universe, right? Going
Yeah,
backwards.
yeah.
What a waste of human creation, if that's right. Yeah, it's like building a moon to create a house here. Right? It's
More like
totally
building a
all
star
a system.
system for a single
even
colony
worse.
of ants. It
Oh,
just
they
is
call
a
it- yeah,
bomb
exactly.
on its face.
Yeah.
You know?
The ratio of man to the universe. is-
No, non-existent.
Yeah,
It's decimal points, infinite decimal points in relation to us. Right?
It's like we're
It-
not.
it-
Man, you seen how big the cosmos is?
Fucking hell, what do you
Wow.
mean? Cosmos.
Wow.
Wow. Wow is an understatement, man. And this guy
Yeah.
says,
Wow.
no, God made it.
Yes.
Is it
And
is
you
it
know
is
what
he
I
the
think
you know
also?
what the gadget man?
I-
Is it gadget man?
If
The guy that extends and retracts. Yeah, so you have to be big to create big stuff, and then retract yourself to make a tiny, weeny, fucking little planet. Yeah,
Right.
right.
if
Try.
if God is the universe, then man, his brain is huge.
Definitely.
With a lot of vacuum in it.
And they've accepted and they've even admitted that God is only a brain or a mind.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the universe is what? You?
I have heard also say he's timeless, immaterial. They are describing nothing. No, seriously, that's the definition of nothing.
I agree.
Immaterial, timeless, or whatever. Yeah.
Transcendent.
Transcendent. Yeah. Well, nothing is transcendent. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Nothing will last forever.
Well, yeah, exactly. There's just the timeless on its own. I tried to call him out on that, and he went full hagfish and started to just exude slime and twist like crazy. And say, "Well, you said this. Well, you agree that the universe is contingent." And I'm like, "No, because I think that entire sentence is absolute fucking nonsense."
I think this guy was a sardine trying to tell a story to white sharks. If you get the analogy.
Yeah.
Honest.
No, I don't. Yeah,
What
explain.
do you mean you don't? We were the great white sharks, and this fucking
Yeah, with the
sardine
white-
comes to us. Listen, I'm right. Shut the fuck up.
I'm not a white shark. I'm a suckerfish.
Okay,
No, there's a
okay,
big
kill
difference
a
between a
well.
white pointer and a white shark.
Kill a well.
Well, we only had
What?
3 watching at best during this whole adventure. So
Oh.
Well, we might
That's
just
good.
do this every single
Posterity.
day. And if there's 9 or 10 or whatever your limit is, we'll still get you.
word will get around. It'll happen.
Mm-hmm.
And you know my email. You can even send me an email if you want to get me online. I check that at least once a week. So I bid you all adieu. It was a
Hold on,
wonderful
you check your email once a week?
Just kidding. No, I check it every day.
I'll send you an email once a week just to make sure you're checking.
Well, it's best to send me an email when there's 10 people watching.
Okay.
I'll respond as soon as I get it.
All right. See you
But
later.
Bill, honestly, we like having you here, even if it's just 2 or 3 or 4. We appreciate you.
You haven't
You're,
seen the last Bill past due.
Yeah, we'll see you probably later on tonight.
I will.
Well,
I will for you.
You try and keep it. You try and keep it very civilized, and I appreciate that. I mean, sometimes that just fails, but I appreciate you trying.
All right. I
Yeah,
like playing
emphasis
one
on trying.
Maybe
You have
someday.
audio issues too with people as well too. You know,
Do
people
I
on
have
their phones. Alpha.
See you, Bill.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, Bill.
Okay. Well, look. As far as Discord is concerned, the mic settings they spontaneously
No.
change.
If
have
if
to
you got a
constantly
Bluetooth
go
headset,
in
you'd
and
be
check them.
perfect. If you had a
Huh?
Bluetooth headset, you'd be perfect.
I'm on a Bluetooth headset.
No, your earbuds. It's yeah. Anyway, we won't go there.
I'm having issues in the sense that I have 2 sets of headphones that are probably better than the one I've got, but don't have a charging cord for them, and I keep forgetting to buy one. It's just slipped my mind.
You can
So
get headsets that have 24-hour batteries.